And a pleasant good evening and welcome to North Idaho College for tonight's NWAC action. It's the NIC Cardinals hosting the Chuckers of Treasure Valley. This is Dick Haugen as we welcome you inside to our broadcast location here at Rollie Williams Court. The Cardinals come in at 11-5 on the season. Treasure Valley is 4-6. Both games involving these teams were 3-0 yesterday. Cardinals knocked out Big Bend by that 3-0 score. Unfortunately for Treasure Valley, they lose to Spokane in the Lolac City by a score of 3-0. Moments ago, we had a chance to sit down with head coach Kelsey Stanley to talk about the victory last night over Big Bend Community College and tonight's matchup coming up against the Chuckers. We'll hear from the coach right after this timeout.
This is my classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the CAD Technology Architectural Design Program, North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome to the all-new Parker Ford. Sonny says, why chase your tail trying to gather information and receive helpful service? At all our Parker dealerships, we're customer-focused. We'll answer all your questions, appraise your trade-in, test drive as many cars you like, and we'll send you on your way with all the information you need to make a great decision. Great cars and a no-problem customer service philosophy. That's a combination that's hard to beat. Visit the all-new Parker Ford in Coeur d'Alene.
We're out here today with Numerica Credit Union doing a paint by numbers for the Boys and Girls Club.
Customer service is what I like the most about Numerica. Be able to go in there and talk to the people that I also know by name.
I can do pretty much everything online, so that's definitely a plus with 3 kids.
Great interest rates, great people to work with.
La vida mueve, vive bien.
At Les Schwab, along with great prices, our tires come with the kind of protection most other places just don't give you. Which includes free flat repairs, equal value replacements, pre-trip safety checks, and more for the entire life of the tire. With the other guys, you just never know. So why is free protection on your tires a good thing?
Lifetime protection. That's our best tire value promise. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
With Cardinal head coach Kelsey Stanley as the Cards get set to take on the Chuckers of Treasure Valley. But first, let's go back 24 hours. Home opener against Big Bend Community College. You're thinking, all right, let's get going. And you look up, it's 5-1, and you're calling the timeout. What were you saying?
Well, I probably won't say it here. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wasn't impressed. I wasn't happy. It always happens the first home game every year. They're more worried about those boys on the sideline than actually getting after it on the court, and that's pretty much how I explained it to them. And I said, let's start competing, and like, pick it up.
Girls?
Yeah. It was a little meaner than that. No, it wasn't, but I knew it was going to happen, but I'm happy they got it going and then finished the way they didn't start.
And then the second and the third set of which you won, you both times started out with 5 or 1, and then a second one might even been 7-2 or something along that line. But I think they kind of got the message.
Yeah. And they settled in and they started playing our game, but it took a while.
Yeah. Let me get a couple of things here that I want to talk to you about. Going into the ball game, we talked about passing and that type of thing, and we talked about the sophomores that were coming back. Kelsey Murray up front, Haley Hess was big, and once again, Rachel Leshiker was huge, but your front line really got it going.
Yeah, they're so athletic. We're big, and that's what we have over all these teams. We're a big NWAC team, but not only are we big, but we're athletic. We put a ball away. They're so fun to watch. Like, it's more enjoyable for me to stand on the sideline this year and just enjoy good volleyball with these girls. Like I said, if we're going to lose, it's going to be with our passing this year.
All right, and watching the game as it progressed, I'm going, my goodness sakes, we talked about her in our pregame, and that's Kayla Newman. She was just outstanding for her first collegiate contest.
She is so athletic, so talented. There are days where in practice, Rob and I look at each other and we're like, how did we get her? She truly should be. She's D1. She is D1 talent right there.
Yeah, I talked during the broadcast of, well, we hope to keep her for at least 1 year.
I know. We went to that NAI tournament, and every coach, when we left, we want that number 9. And I was like, yeah, so do I. So you get her in 2 years, not next year. Yeah,
freshmen sometimes, especially on this team, are going to have a hard time to knock off some sophomores. And another local gal really caught my eye, and that's the young lady from Post Falls, Cassidy Jackson. How are you going to keep her off the court?
Cassidy, when she came to us, we told her, this is going to be a learning year for you. She has so much talent. I mean, she just learned how to do a slide a couple weeks ago. And she never knew how to do a slide. You know what I mean? And it only took her maybe 3 tries, and she picked it up.
Are you going to show us how that works?
Slide, just run around, do like a layup. I'll just like a basketball. There you go, and then swing.
Got to call it a slide. Kind of slide. All right.
Layup, slide.
All right. I'm getting this volleyball vernacular stuff here, but she was outstanding. Tonight it's Treasure Valley, one of the, as a matter of fact, looking at the standings, they're second to the last two, Big Bend Community College. Yeah. However, once again, you can't look past them.
No, never, ever, ever. And we learned that last year. It doesn't matter who it is. You cannot slack off at all. Treasure Valley, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. I tried to watch film before today and didn't get time, but they are better than Big Bend. I know that, and we just got to go out there and play
our game.
Yep.
All right, and finally, as I shuffle papers in my hands here, and I didn't mention this last night, and I'm surprised I kind of got past me. Last night was my first game of the season, too, so I was sucked at times. Looking at the schedule, we have Big Bend, Treasure Valley, Blue Mountain at home. Switch the page. Yakima, Walla Walla, Community Colleges of Spokane. You got like 5 or 6 home matches in a row, then you go on the road for 5 or 6. Scheduling, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very weird. I've never had a schedule nor seen a schedule like this where you have a big chunk of home games.
Usually if you get back-to-backs, you're happy.
Oh, yeah, and we're home for a full month. Month and a half almost.
And then we'll wave you goodbye and see you in November.
See you in a month when volleyball's over. I'm taking it as, get our home games done and then go on the road, and because our NWAC championships are on the road, we're not home playing for championships, and so they got to learn how to play on a different court than just our own.
All right, well, by the end of the season, or actually halfway of the season, they'll have to learn how to pack their bags, then they'll be experts by the end of the season. Tonight, it's the Chuckers. Coach, appreciate your time.
Thanks, Dick.
All right, head coach Kerry Stanley. I called you Kerry. We've done that already, and it's only the second match of the year. Kelsey Stanley.
So good.
You like that one? That's a highlight reel blooper. That's all right. We'll be back with the lineups right after this timeout with who's this announcer guy anyway?
Ada.
That's funny.
You've got it every year.
Here's your starters for your NIC Cardinals. That's announced by head coach Kelsey Stanley. And we cut out of the break a little bit early. We wanted to get this, allow you to see this. And these, of course, are the non-starters for the Cardinals. We'll have the starters here coming up in just a second.
Sophomore number 2, our freshman at 6 foot even from Kendrick, Ohio, number 5, Holly Hope. From California, the center at 5 foot 8, freshman number 6, Haley Templeton. From Colorado, an outside hitter at 6 foot even, sophomore number 7, Holly S. From San Bernardino, hitting from the inside, a freshman at 6 foot even, number 9, Kayla Newman. From the middle, for the Cardinals, from Kennewick, Washington, sophomore, number 15, Rachel Leshiker. We're bringing together now in Nation North, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Cardinal Volleyball.
All right, so there's your starting lineups. We're just about ready to go here. The Cardinals against the Chuckers here at Rollie Williams Court. The Cardinals coming in with an 11-5 record. The Chuckers at 4-6. Both of these teams will have a couple of days off before their next action. Treasure Valley back in action next Wednesday, September 20th at Columbia Basin. And the Cardinals, a week from tomorrow, September 22nd, as they will host Blue Mountain as their home streak continues here at Rollie Williams Court, something that we talked about in our pregame show with head coach Kelsey Stanley. Of course, one thing that the Cardinals definitely want to do tonight that they did not do last night, and that is start just a little bit quicker. Cardinals found themselves down 5-1 last night to that Big Bend team that was 0-8 and looking to get their first victory of the season. Coming up between the second and the third sets, we'll have our first edition of Meet the Cardinals, and coming up between the second and the third set, we'll talk with sophomore Kelsey Murray from Murray, Utah. So look forward to that. That's between sets number 2 and 3. We'll be spotlighting the sophomores all year long. All right, so ready to go. The Cardinals have the serve, and serving up for the first time out of Shelley, Idaho, is a 6-foot sophomore, Hallie Hess. And we are underway. And out of bounds. Murray tried to get it down the line, unsuccessful, so Treasure Valley is on the board first. Ryan Perrin, the freshman out of Diedrich, Idaho, will serve, 5'4" freshman. On the left side, kill attempt no good, that time by Newman. Good recovery by the Chuckers. They'll go back to Newman. She gets it over the net. Nice dig that time by Nonnenmacher. And however, the Cardinals get the point to tie it up. So Rachel Lesakar will serve for NIC. And attempting the dig as Hess knocks it out of bounds. And the point to Treasure Valley. Lenny Bartley will be serving it up. 5'7" sophomore out of Tacoma, Washington, my hometown. Down the middle, kill is good by Eder. Eder, the freshman out of Shadle Park High School in Spokane, had a wonderful game last night against Big Bend Community College. She was one of those pointed out by head coach Kelsey Stanley in our pregame show. And if you missed that, we'll have it loaded up right after the ball game. It'll download it. You can watch again and if you like. Murray, left side, and a whistle, double hit. Point goes to Treasure Valley. Macy Smith, 6'1" sophomore out of Arco, Idaho, will serve for Treasure Valley. Try to get the names and the schools of the opposition as much as we can. Give them a little shout out. And nice kill down the line once again for Eder, who has her second kill in this first set. Kayla Newman, the super frost shot of Sandpoint. Boy, opened a lot of eyes in last night's match, including her head coach Kelsey Stanley. He says we're just lucky to have her because she is certainly D1 material. On the left side, Hess with a nice block, partially that time by Glue for the Chuckers. Cardinals will reload. They'll go back to Hess. Cross court kill is good that time. Cardinals up by a point. Newman will rush into the basketball key as head coach Aaron Mellinger comes out to talk quickly to Madison Carson. Maybe some strategy or whatever the case. And now Newman moves to the middle of the basketball key, and she'll be coming right in the middle of your screen as she'll approach the end line. And that was long. So pretty much back and forth here early on in this first set. Coming to you live from North Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, wherever you may be watching on the World Wide Web. Left side, Hess again, and that's perfect. I know we talked with Kelsey Murray. She'll be on in our Meet the Cardinals segment between the second and third set. Her folks were watching last night in Murray. We welcome you and appreciate you watching us here on the World Wide Web. Point to the Cardinals. And as I mentioned last night, we'll mention it again. If you have an opportunity, just click the subscribe button. Helps us out financially through YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything, but certainly helps us out. And right in front of the net that time, tapping it over is Templeton. And a point for the Cardinals. One thing that we did not mention is Templeton was questionable before this match. She injured her meniscus in the pregame introductions yesterday, and she was cleared by the Cardinal orthopedic surgeon. There was concerns that she may not be able to go tonight. Hess with a kill. And net violation, point to the Cardinals. So Haley Templeton would have been a huge loss for the Cardinals as Eder continues to serve up 8-4. Nice dig that time. On the floor is Eder. Tapped over the net, and a point for the Cardinals as Templeton has had two of those, and the Cardinals up by 5. Knuckleball serve. Hess once again. And Chucker's able to scramble and keep it in play. Cope with a kill that was picked up. A nice block at the net by Cope. Going to set it up for Hess on the left side. Blocked nicely by the Chuckers that time. C.J. Davis out of Weiser, Idaho. And the Chuckers with the point. Nonnenmacher from Burns, Oregon. Serving right at you. Down the middle, and just over the net is Hess with an easy dump, and the Cardinals have doubled up the Chuckers here in this first set. Haley Templeton from Murrieta, California. And a nice kill that time by Lenny Bartley, who puts it down with authority, and it's 10-6. Cardinals leading it as Bailey Wedding comes to serve. Or is it Whitting? Whitting from Idaho Falls. In the middle, and it's good. Cope with the kill, waiting to see the official with the flag. It looked like it was going to be close, and it hit the line. And the point for the Cardinals, and Hess serving for NIC. She'll be approaching the right side of your screen. We're in the upper balcony here at Rollie Williams Court. And point NIC, double hit. Hopefully by the next game or so, we'll have an opportunity to add more cameras to our webcast and give you an opportunity to see the service from both sides of the court. As of now, we have a single camera with a single look. Blocked at the net by Cope, and a point for the Cardinals. We'll see where Kelsey Stanley points, where she wants that service to go, in what zone. And nice point that time as Bartley throws it down for the Chuckers. That was Perrin serving for Treasure Valley. On the left side, Newman tries to put it down, but dug nicely by the Chuckers, and a little long on the Maisie Smith shot that time, and the Cardinals once again doubling up Treasure Valley. For correction. That point goes to TV. In the middle, dumping it over the top, a little back and forth that time. Carson and Cope. And the Cardinals get the point that time as Newman lays it over the net. Haley Eder back in the lineup for the Cardinals, replacing Cope, as Leshakar is now serving. At the net, blocked by Eder. We'll go to the right side. Murray with a little dump, blocked nicely by Carson of the Chuckers. They're going over to Murray. Murray from the right side, dug nicely by Whitting. Blocked by Murray, and a point for the Cardinals. And still no timeouts in this match. Down the middle, and Bartley just kind of mishit that one, and that was way wide right. And there's that timeout that we were thinking about. 16-8. First set. We'll be right back after this brief timeout.
Classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my study group. And this is my career. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome to the all-new Parker Ford. Sonny says, why chase your tail trying to gather information and receive helpful service? At all our Parker dealerships, we're customer focused. We'll answer all your questions, appraise your trade-in, test drive as many cars you like, and we'll send you on your way with all the information you need to make a great decision. Great cars and a no-problem customer service philosophy. That's a combination that's hard to beat. Visit the all-new Parker Ford in Coeur d'Alene.
Welcome back to North Idaho College for tonight's Northwest Athletic Conference action. The NIC Cardinals hosting the Chuckers of Treasure Valley. This is Dick Haugen. Nice to have you with us here tonight. And welcome once again to the parents down in the Ontario area. They're maybe watching our webcast here tonight, of course, all over the Pacific Northwest. Leshakar on the serve. Blocked at the net that time by Newman. In the middle is Eder. And a kill by Eder. And the Cardinals are up by 9. Rachel Leshakar came up before the ball game and said, son, you've been mispronouncing my name. And oh boy, I appreciate the fact that she came up, and my apologies to the family. She goes, it's Carr at the end. I go, all right. What kind of car? Oh, they caught it good. Caught the line. Rachel Leshakar, 5'2", sophomore out of Kamayakan in Kennewick. Bartley serves for Treasure Valley. Left side, Newman kind of punches it over the net for the point. Treasure Valley 4-6 on the season. Cardinals are 11-5. Blocked at the net by Eder, and she just blocked it and almost spiked it in one fell swoop that time, and the Cardinals up by double digits as Kelsey Murray will serve for NIC. And a net serve, obviously. Kelsey Murray will be our guest on Meet the Cardinals coming up between the second and the third sets. Make sure you look forward to that. Well, we're looking forward to it, and we hope that you are. A little bit long. Tell you one thing about volleyball with the rule change, was it 4 years ago or so, that scoring can be done on each point as Newman will serve. Prior to that, only the serving team was able to score, and boy, those matches, if they win 5, would last forever. Good kill by Emily Glue. So now both the offense and the defense can score. 4 years ago or so, only the offense, and those games were forever. Madison Carson, 5'11" sophomore out of Burns, Oregon, at Burns High School, serving for the Chuckers. Down the line once again, and that is Hess with a kill for the Cardinals. Back in is Cope. Leshakar is out for NIC. And Haley Eder, the Highlander out of Shayla Park, serving, and she gets the service ace. And a timeout on the floor. Cardinals doubling up Treasure Valley, 22-11. We'll come back for the final couple of points in this first set right after this.
With New America Credit Union, doing a paint by numbers for the Boys and Girls Club.
Customer service is what I like the most about Numerica. Be able to go in there and talk to the people that I also know by name.
I can do pretty much everything online, so that's definitely a plus with 3 kids.
Great interest rates, great people to work with.
La vida mueve, vive bien.
At Les Schwab, along with great prices, our tires come with the kind of protection most other places just don't give you, which includes free flat repairs, equal value replacements, pre-trip safety checks, and more for the entire life of the tire. With the other guys, well, you just never know. So why is free protection on your tires good to have? Just never know. So why is free protection on your tires good to have?
Lifetime protection. That's our best tire value promise. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
All right, back at North Idaho College is Eder getting set to serve for NIC. Nice dig that time by Whitting. Nice dig that time by Newman for the Cardinals. And down the line, and it is good by Haley Hess. Haley Hess gives the Cardinals a 12-point lead. Boy, that was right down the line. And that was set up nicely in Glue with a kill for Treasure Valley. That was an outstanding set that time. And Emily Glue, the Weiser, Idaho product, put it down. Now Abby Nonnenmacher will serve for Treasure Valley. Down the middle, Hess. And she gets the kill. And serving for this first set, Haley Templeton, Eisenhower High School in Murrieta, California. 5'8" freshman. And there's Hess with a kill. And the Cardinals win the opening set 25-12. We'll be back with set number 2 right after this.
Batch bake shop. We bake cookies, muffins, cakes. When we put in the new windows, the neighbor across the street said this was the first time he'd seen glass in the windows in almost 40 years. When STCU invests in West Central, they invest in me, they invest in this block, they invest in this old building that sat empty for years. And to be able to fill an empty space and turn it into something that's full of people and food and coffee, that's good. See my story at stcu.org/hereforgood.
Welcome back to Rollie Williams Court, Christensen Gymnasium. We'll be back with other action in the Northwest Athletic Conference today, right after this timeout.
Idaho is a place where simple pleasures and modern life come together beautifully. Our strong, self-sufficient work ethic and down-to-earth values help make our dreams real. At Idaho Central, we think your financial partner should reflect the independent, can-do spirit of your Idaho roots. As we celebrate 75 years serving our great state, Idaho Central invites you to rethink the way you bank and join the leading credit union with Idaho in its name.
This is my classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my study group. And this is my career. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to North Idaho College as we're getting set for the second set. Cardinals winning the first set, as you see on your screen, 25-12. Other action today. Plenty of action. A tournament going on at Pierce College. This afternoon, Olympic is taking on Pierce. Skagit Valley also squaring off against Grays Harbor. Those were 1 o'clock games this afternoon. We'll see if we can get an update on some scores there. Grays Harbor against Olympic, also at Pierce College, and Skagit Valley against Pierce at 3 o'clock. That's going on this afternoon. Quickly here, we have some stats. 8 kills in that first set for Holly Hess. 3 for Haley Etter, 2 for Harley Cope, and 2 for Kayla Newman. Kills for Treasure Valley in that first set. 3 for Bartley, 2 for Glue, and 2 for Smith. Assists, Haley Templeton with 15 assists in that first period, so you can see why that first set, you can see why head coach Kelsey Stanley was so concerned that she may not be able to go because of a meniscus issue, but she was cleared to play, and here we go. So Perrin, number 1 for Treasure Valley, starts off the serve, and she gets a service ace as Lesha Carr not able to hang on to it. Down the middle. Nice dig that time by the Chuckers. Perrin doing the job. Lesakar would just get it over the net, and a double hit. Cardinals defensively that time seemed to be a little out of whack, a little out of position, and a quick 2 spot on the board for the Chuckers. Newman has that blocked. And a point for the Cardinals, that violation. So Lesha Carr will serve for North Idaho College. And a double hit that time by Bartley. Well, wait a minute here. They've got it at, I had it at 3-1, but the scoreboard has it 2-2, so I'll make the correction. I don't think it'd be the first time that I was wrong on the score. And a nice kill, taking it downtown as Newman. And boy, oh boy, what a front line for the Cardinals. A freshman, 6-foot Kayla Newman. Boy, she looks like she's been around for a long time. Very skilled and a great understanding of this game. And trying to just tip it over the net that time was Macy Smith. Not able to get it within the lines, and the Cardinals are up 4-2. Little mix up there for Treasure Valley. They are able to save it and end up with a point. Treasure Valley was lucky as Whitting and Bartley kind of collided trying to dig that serve by the Cardinals, and they came away with a point on what could have been an easy point for the Cardinals. And now Lenny Bartley will serve, looking to tie it up. And there's Eder right down the middle. Once again, reminding you, if you have the opportunity watching us, if you could hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us to possibly receive some funds from YouTube, of which the broadcast is streamed on. Kelsey Murray will serve it right at you. Kind of an awkward set that time, but Smith was able to get it across the net. Blocked by Nonnenmacher. Eder. And a nice kill right down the left side. Alicia Paris out of Napa High School, or Valley View High School in Napa, Idaho. Looking to tie it up is Macy Smith, and she does. Service ace. Nice dig that time by the Cardinals. Christensen, and a point for Treasure Valley, however. And Treasure Valley takes the 6-5 lead. Newman just gets it over the net. And double hit that time as Perrin got caught. Boy, that's got to be a tough one to try to decide watching an official whether it's a double hit or not, as Newman will serve right at you. Eder partially blocked that one. Eder puts it down. Eder, Newman, Hess, and Murray. Boy, what a front line for the Cardinals. And tied up. Coaching staff calls that front line of the Cardinals the Blonde Squad. I like it. They all look like they're sisters. Seriously. Cross court by Hess. Dug nicely by Whitting. At the net, and a point as Eder couldn't keep it between the gray lines. And Treasure Valley back into a 1-point lead. Paris will serve. Eder. And a point. We're tied. Harley Cope back in for NIC, replacing Leshakar. And Haley Eder will serve for NIC. Blocked in the court by Cope. However, couldn't keep it in bounds as it was just past the end line. And Nonenmacher will serve with a 1-point lead for the Chuckers. Nicely dug that time by Paris. And Hess with a kill shot for the Cardinals. Passing on that one was much better. NIC kind of wavering here in their passing in this second set. Was not as crisp as it was in the first set. It was Templeton with the serve for NIC. And it's good, partially blocked that time by Templeton, but out of bounds for Treasure Valley, and they've got the 1-point lead. Haley Templeton, boy, we were really holding our breath on whether or not she was going to play because of that meniscus. Whitting serving. Hess, and that's wide open court that time, tied at 10. And a point for Treasure Valley as Cardinals partially tipped and it carried out of bounds. Treasure Valley, Ryan Perrin, Dietrich High School in Dietrich, Idaho, serving. Locked at the net that time nicely by Macy Smith. And Treasure Valley has their largest lead here in this second set. And a timeout by Kelsey Stanley. And she wants to talk a little bit about her passing, her team's passing. We'll get back in just a moment with Treasure Valley leading by 2 in the second set.
At Chili's, we ain't just blowing smoke. More flavor. At Chili's, we ain't just blowing smoke. More flavor than can fit on a plate with our world-famous baby backs. Jalapeno cheddar sausage, barbecue chicken, plus 3 sides. It's a meat lover's dream. Now at Chili's.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's Career and Technical Education program will provide the training that will get you the job. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
I'm David Blaine, owner of Central Food. Central Food is a neighborhood restaurant, part of the larger West Central neighborhood. When we started, we met with one place, and there were 6 guys in dark suits. We just felt like someone coming in with their jar of coins. When we met with STCU, it was like we already knew them. They understand what it means to take something from the beginning and grow it into a larger business that's serving a larger community. I'm David Blaine, and STCU is here for good.
All right, here we go. We'll see if what changes the Cardinals made in that timeout. In the middle, and Harley Cope puts it down, and the Cardinals look a lot crisper passing the ball that time. Leshakar now serving for NIC, looking to tie it up. And Eder with the kill, and there we are, back-to-back points by NIC. A timely timeout by head coach Kelsey Stanley. And a nice point that time as Macy Smith basically controlled that back and forth. And Lenny Bartley will now serve. Looking to add to a 1-point lead. And Eder, just when we were talking about passing, the Cardinals, a miscue on that set attempt for Haley Eder went over her head. And once again, the largest lead of 2 held by Treasure Valley. Newman with the kill. Whitting was able to get a hand on him, but not keep it in play. And Kelsey Murray serving for the Cardinals. Of course, she's coming up between our second and third set in our Meet the Cardinals segment. Cross-court kill, nicely done that time by Alicia Paris. Emily Glue back in for the Chuckers on that front line as Macy Smith will run into your screen and will serve. Eder has it blocked at the net by Neunenmacher, but not able to keep it in play, and the Cardinals get the point. Newman getting set to serve for NIC, looking to tie this up at 15. And wide right is Paris, and we're tied. And it's good. Service ace. Cardinals with 3 straight. And into the net that time is Newman. That's one of the first times we've seen that happen. And once again, we're tied. Eder at the net. Treasure Valley was there. Glue just couldn't block it. Couldn't keep it in play. And Eder now serving. Quick hands at the net by the Cardinals. Little indecision there by Treasure Valley, and it cost them a point. Now the Cardinals are out by 2. A 5-1 run by the Cardinals. Hess. NIC starting to find its rhythm, and a timeout called by Erin Mellinger. She wants to talk it over as the Chuckers are seeing this one slip away. We'll be right back after the break.
At Chili's, we ain't just blowing smoke. At Chili's, we ain't just blowing smoke. More flavor than can fit on a plate with our world-famous baby backs. Jalapeno cheddar sausage, barbecue chicken, plus 3 sides. It's a meat lover's dream. Now at Chili's.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's Career and Technical Education program will provide the training that will get you the job. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
I'm David Blaine, owner of Central Food. Central Food is a neighborhood restaurant, part of the larger West Central neighborhood. When we started, we met with one place, and there were 6 guys in dark suits. We just felt like someone coming in with their jar of coins. When we met with STCU, it was like we already knew them. They understand what it means to take something from the beginning and grow it into a larger business that's serving a larger community.
Welcome back to Rollie Williams Court. Had to cut that one a little bit short. Back in action, Cardinals up by 3. And a point to Treasure Valley. Been kind of a back and forth second set. No lead greater than 2 for either team. And Hess with a point for the Cardinals. And the lead is 3. Failed to mention Caitlin Christensen is in for the Cardinals. And as I say that, she comes out, replaced by Kelsey Murray. Caitlin played basketball and volleyball last year. We'll see if she's going to play basketball again this year. And a net serve by Templeton. Boy, that was just a grind for her. Trying to play 2 sports back-to-back. Man. Whiting serving. Down the middle is good by Cope. And Nonnenmacher couldn't hang on to it, and the Cardinals are creeping closer with Hallie Hess coming up to serve for North Idaho College. Newman, and it's good. That block at the net, back into the Cardinal left side of the floor, and it was good. Boy, that one had eyes. Ryan Perrin serving for Treasure Valley. We'll see if they can come back. Newman. Who are they going to? They're going to Murray. Nice dig by Whiting. And just over the net that time with a point is Bartley. And don't count out Treasure Valley. They're looking for the tie. And miscommunication by the Cardinals, and we are tied at 21. Passing, and there's Kelsey Stanley. She wants a timeout to talk about it. She's seeing her team fall back into some bad habits. Tied at 21 when we come right back.
Classroom. This is my classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my study group. And this is my career. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome to the all-new Parker Ford. Sonny says, why chase your tail trying to gather information and receive helpful service? At all our Parker dealerships, we're customer focused. We'll answer all your questions, appraise your trade-in, test drive as many cars you like, and we'll send you on your way with all the information you need to make a great decision. Great cars and a no-problem customer service philosophy. That's a combination that's hard to beat. Visit the all-new Parker Ford in Coeur d'Alene.
All right, here we go. It's served by Perrin. And Treasure Valley has come back to take the lead. It looked like they were in serious problems. It's 21-19, and they've come storming back. And a service ace. Don't forget, coming up on Meet the Cardinals between this second and third set, we'll talk with Kelsey Murray out of Murray High School in Murray, Utah. Newman actually add a point to the Cardinals. Well, that was a big point for NIC as Leshikar will now get set to serve for NIC. And Leshakar looks at Coach Stanley to figure out where she wants the serve to go. The Hess, or check that was Eder. And we're tied at 23. Cardinals with back-to-back points. You got the Blonde squad in the front line for the Cardinals. They are tough as nails. Blocked at the net that time by Eder. Eder and then out of bounds. But off a chucker, and the Cardinals are looking to put this one away. However, a timeout is called. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back after this.
Batch bake shop. We bake cookies, muffins, cakes. When we put in the new windows, the neighbor across the street said this was the first time he'd seen glass in the windows in almost 40 years. When STCU invests in West Central, they invest in me, they invest in this block, they invest in this old building that sat empty for years. And to be able to fill an empty space and turn it into something that's full of people and food and coffee, that's good. See my story at stcu.org/hereforgood.
All right, once again, we got to cut out of the commercial break early. The Cardinals looking for the set victory. Blocked at the net, and a point to NIC, and there you have it. As the Cardinals win the second set, and they go up 2-0. Coming up next here on the webcast, Meet the Cardinals. And standing by, we'll talk with Kelsey Murray from Murray, Utah, and Murray High School. We'll talk with her right after this timeout.
This is my classroom. These are my school supplies. This is my laboratory. These are my assignments. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the NIC Pharmacy Technology Program. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome once again to Meet the Cardinals, the opportunity we have to talk to the Cardinal Stars to find out just a little bit more about them, both on and off the court. And we have sophomore Kelsey Murray from Murray, Utah. And you know what question I'm going to ask you. Is there somewhere in your family tree that your town is named after?
No, just come from the Murrays.
I mean, have you looked it up or at all? Or?
Nope. I have not.
Yeah. Well, you can tell everybody that it is. Maybe they'd go for that.
Yeah, I just tell people that my dad's the mayor.
He's the mayor of Murray. Murray and Murray. I kind of like that. All right, let's talk a little bit about your game last night, the home opener. Kind of a slow start, and then you got it in gear and then won 3-0. But talk a little bit about the difference from your freshman to your sophomore year.
I worked out a lot over the summer and tried to get stronger so that I'm able to hit harder and because I'm little. So
5'10" little is not that little, but I mean, how about your teammates? I mean, what a group of, you got Newman, the freshman from Sandpoint, you got a couple of other teammates that were there last year. What's the biggest change that you see?
I think we execute the ball a lot better, and we have more ball control, and our serve receive is a lot better this year.
All right, fantastic. We look for the Cardinals to have a very successful season. Don't get out of camera range here. You like Mexican food. What's your favorite Mexican food?
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas. Do you make them yourself or your mom make them? Or?
My mom makes them. I'm not very good at making food.
You're not a cook, right?
No.
You're in college. You don't cook.
Nope. Have some ramen.
All right, last movie you went and saw?
I don't watch movies.
All right.
Ever, but if I do, it's usually scary.
Scary movies. Favorite TV show?
I really like Pretty Little Liars.
Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
Who's the craziest person on this Cardinal team?
I would say Rachel.
Rachel. All right. Well,
She's funny.
We'll talk to her too. All right. Shout out time. You get to say hi to everybody back in Murray, Utah. We got to find out who's from Murray, but go ahead. Anybody want to say hi to?
Just my parents and my sister.
All right, fantastic. From Coeur d'Alene, Idaho to Murray, Utah. Another edition of Meet the Cardinals.
Idaho is a place where simple pleasures and modern life come together beautifully. Our strong, self-sufficient work ethic and down-to-earth values help make our dreams real. At Idaho Central, we think your financial partner should reflect the independent, can-do spirit of your Idaho roots. As we celebrate 75 years serving our great state, Idaho Central invites you to rethink the way you bank and join the leading credit union with Idaho in its name.
Welcome back to North Idaho College. In between the first and second sets, the Cardinals leading 2-0, as you see in your screen, 25-12 and 25-23. We have some stats for you here. First for Treasure Valley, Ryan Perrin with 17 assists to lead the Chuckers there. Kills, 3 players with 5 apiece. Lenny Bartley, Emily Glue, and Macy Smith with 5 kills to lead Treasure Valley. For the Cardinals, 33 assists for Haley Templeton, 12 kills for Holly Hess, 11 for Haley Etter, and 6 for Kayla Newman. Defensive digs, 6 in the ball game for Hess to lead the Cardinals, and defensive digs, 7 to lead Treasure Valley. Just about ready for the second half. We'll be right back after this short timeout.
Suites by Marriott, an all-suite Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, an all-suite LEED-certified hotel in Coeur d'Alene, featuring hot, healthy breakfast, Wi-Fi, pool, and fitness center, plus outdoor fire tables and barbecue. More at 208-667-2212.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's Career and Technical Education program will provide the training that will get you the job. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Once again, welcome to North Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Tonight's Northwest Athletic Conference action. It's the Cardinals of North Idaho College hosting the Chuckers of Treasure Valley. This is Dick Haugen. Nice to have you with us here again tonight as the Cardinals looking to improve on the season to 12-5. Treasure Valley looking to improve to 5-6 as the Cardinals continue a rather lengthy homestand. Cardinals back in action at home a week from tomorrow, September 22nd. They'll host Blue Mountain Community College, and Treasure Valley, meanwhile, will be on the road Wednesday, September 20th. They'll travel to Columbia Basin. So the Cardinals will be home until October 4th. Every match that they have is at home. Unfortunately for them, the second half of the season is mainly on the road, so NIC definitely wants to hold serve here at home. And we're just about ready for the third set. And serving it for NIC to start off, Holly Hess will be coming on the right side of your screen. There she is, and goes down the line, and not be able to control it as Bartley. And the Cardinals open up with a 1-0 lead here in this third set. Once again, trying to pick on Bartley a little bit, and the Cardinals get a second point. You can see that NIC is serving the ball to Lenny Bartley, who's on the right side. We'll see if Kelsey Stanley has her go that way again. And this time wide right, as Hess not able to control it. But that's where she was headed. And Ryan Perrin will look over at head coach Erin Mellinger to find out where she wants the service to go. Leshakar with the dig down the middle, blocked at the net that time by Smith. Blocked at the net by the Cardinals' Cope. Newman gets it across. From the back line is Naumanmacher. Nice rally going here. Down the middle, and it's good. Alicia Paris on the back line, and we're tied at 2. That knuckle serve on the left side. Newman, and it's good. As Nummenmacher tried to get down, but couldn't get her hands underneath that fastball that was coming off of the right hand of the Cardinals. Leshikar. Boy, nice play that time by Smith. Kind of an awkward set, but she was able to get it over the line, and it's good. One official said it was in. The other one said it was out, and they left it out. We're tied at 3. And Cardinals Eder with the kill for NIC. So Macy DeCoeur in for the Cardinals out of Lake City High School, the sophomore, the redshirt sophomore, 5'10", staying home to play some volleyball for the Cardinals. Her first action today. Hess able to get it over the net. Cross court, Leshikar with the dig. Eder gets the point for NIC. And there's a kill. That was Newman at the net. That was easy peasy that time. And what's the odds of DeCoeur spelled the same way the first part of her hometown? DeCoeur, C-O-E-U-R. Interesting. And boy, that was a tough angle that time for Nonnenmacher to try to get it around the net. And Eder, boy, good dig that time by the Chuckers. Eder had a line drive shot that time. Cross court attempt by Smith. Net violation, point Cardinals. And a timeout. Treasure Valley 8-3. Cardinals looking for the sweep. Head coach Mellinger says we need to talk about it. We'll be right back.
And I own Batch Bake Shop. We bake cookies, muffins, cakes. When we put in the new windows, the neighbor across the street said this was the first time he'd seen glass in the windows in almost 40 years. When STCU invests in West Central, they invest in me, they invest in this block, they invest in this old building that sat empty for years. And to be able to fill this old building that sat empty for years, and to be able to fill an empty space and turn it into something that's full of people and food and coffee, that's good. See my story at stcu.org/hereforgood.
All right, we're ready to go. We'll see what defensive changes the Chuckers have come up with here. Blocked at the net by Eder. Eder with a partial block again that time. Newman gets it over the net. Nope, does not get it over the net, my bad. Caitlin Christensen in for the Cardinals, replacing Macy DeCoeur as Macy Smith now serves for Treasure Valley. Eder with a point. Newman will come right down the basketball court in the middle of your screen. There she is. Newman gets it across. Blocked at the net that time by Hess. But a point by Glue goes to Treasure Valley. Alicia Paris, 5'7" sophomore out of Valley View High School in Nampa, serving for Treasure Valley. Cross court is good by Hess. I tell you one thing, I would much prefer traveling between Ontario and Coeur d'Alene in September than we do when we play in January and February in basketball. The Blues can give you the blues sometimes, and a nice dump over the net that time by the Chuckers, and they close the gap to 10-6 NIC. Out of Burns High School, Abby Nonnenmacher. Hess dumps it over the top. It's good. Up over the stretched hands of C.J. Davis. Macy DeCoeur back in the lineup for NIC, giving Caitlin Christensen a breather as Haley Templeton serves. And a good play that time as Glue gets the kill over the Cardinal defense. Bailey Whiting from Idaho Falls, the Compass Academy. And trying to get over the net that time was Hess, blocked at the net by Bartley that time, and blocked nicely by Hess on the kill by Bartley, but not able to keep it in play, and side out for Treasure Valley, making a comeback. We saw that happen in the second set when the Cardinals looked like at the end they were running away with it, but Treasure Valley came back and into the net as Newman, and closing to within 2. Two in a row for Whiting. Looking for the signal from the bench on what section she should hit it to or what zone. Hess down the line, dug nicely by Whiting. And not able to get it over the net that time was Bartley, and side out back to the Cardinals. Allie Hess out of Shelley, Idaho. Right side to Coeur, just a little long. Perrin once again serving for Treasure Valley. Down 2 in the third set. Down 2 games or 2 sets to nothing. They need a win or this one's over. Left side. Newman, it's good. Haley Eder checks back in. And the Cardinals have that blonde squad up front once again. Very talented. Eder, Newman, and DeCoeur. And nicely done that time by Bartley, and a point, closing the Chuckers to within 2 once again. And Bartley will go back to serve. Head coach Milliger would like to see a nice run from her Chuckers. Eder puts it into that thought right away. Tonight's action brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union and by your Coeur d'Alene Les Schwab Tire Center. DeCoeur serves, Cardinals up 3. And wide right that time as Bartley tried to go cross court. And a miss hit that time, as you could, I don't know if you could have picked it up on the screen, but Smith almost was caught. Her timing was off. She jumped once, came back down, and had to go back up again quickly and really didn't get her feet set and not able to get it in the field of play. And the Cardinals now up 5 and a service ace. And we'll see if Mellinger has to call a timeout, as this one is getting away. 17-11, and there's the timeout call. And we'll take a break as well. Cardinals up 2-0, leading in the third, 17-11, when we come right back.
Is a place where simple pleasures and Idaho is a place where simple pleasures and modern life come together beautifully. Our strong, self-sufficient work ethic and down-to-earth values help make our dreams real. At Idaho Central, we think your financial partner should reflect the independent, can-do spirit of your Idaho roots. As we celebrate 75 years serving our great state, Idaho Central invites you to rethink the way you bank and join the leading credit union with Idaho in its name.
This is my classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my study group. And this is my career. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to North Idaho College. This is Dick Haugen. Nice to have you with us. Don't forget, coming up at the end of this, we'll talk with assistant coach Robin Reese on our Cardinal postgame show. Something new that we've added here this year. And too long as Paris tried to put that one away, but boy, she was at an odd angle as the set was a little bit off, and she's not able to put that one away. DeCoeur back to serve for the Cardinals, up by 7. Leshakar, nice dig that time. Down the middle, blocked by Eder. Blocked at the net that time by Templeton, but not able to keep it in play. So Macy Smith from Arco, Idaho, Butte County High School, needs to get things going for the Chuckers. And a service ace, boy, that was just to the right as Caitlin Christensen lunged for it, but not able to get there. Boy, that was a well-placed serve that time by Macy Smith. This time down the middle. Eder with a nice kill that time as Smith not able to hang on to it. Kayla Newman looking to see if she can run a stretch of 6 in a row to get the Cardinal victory. And the answer to that is nope. Paris with the serve. Eder. Left side, Hess, and a kill. Haley Cope into the lineup for the Cardinals, as Haley Eder will serve. Hess dumps it over the net. And a point to the Cardinals. Good hustle that time and a good effort by Nonnenmacher, but not able to get underneath it, and the Cardinals are up by 7. C.J. Davis quickly checks in for the Chuckers as Eder serves. And nicely done as Glue taps it over the net for the point. Lesakar back in for the Cardinals. Defensive specialist. Nonamacher needs a run for Treasure Valley. And there's the first start of that, as Templeton not able to handle it. And it's a 5-point Cardinal lead. Coming back to Hess on the left side. And there's Hess again. Cope had the initial kill attempt partially blocked by a chucker, and it went right to Hess, and she was able to tap it for the winner. And Templeton now serving for North Idaho College. Kind of a palm bowl that time by Nonamacher, but she got it over the net. And just wide to the right is Bartley. And point Cardinals. Coming over to Hess. And a point, a double hit by the Cardinals. So Treasure Valley will get another opportunity here to try to get back into this one. And blocked out of bounds. DeCoeur with a point. And now the Cardinals are serving for the set and the match. Hess will serve for NIC. Don't forget, coming up, our post-game show with assistant coach Robin Reese. Hess with a serve. And a whistle. And double hit by the Cardinals, so Treasure Valley will have an opportunity. C.J. Davis out of Weiser High School, just Weiser, Idaho. Going to Newman, who puts it away for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals win it 3-0 here against Treasure Valley. Don't you dare go away. Coming up next, we'll talk with assistant coach Robin Reese right after this timeout.
This is my classroom. This is my laboratory. These are my school supplies. This is my career. Apply and enroll now to the CAD Technology Architectural Design Program, North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome to the all-new Parker Ford. Sonny says, why chase your tail trying to gather information and receive helpful service? At all our Parker dealerships, we're customer focused. We'll answer all your questions, appraise your trade-in, test drive as many cars you like, and we'll send you on your way with all the information you need to make a great decision. Great cars and a no-problem customer service philosophy. That's a combination that's hard to beat. Visit the all-new Parker Ford in Coeur d'Alene.
We're out here today with New America Credit Union doing a paint by numbers for the Boys and Girls Club.
Customer service is what I like the most about New America. Be able to go in there and talk to the people that I also know by name.
I can do pretty much everything online, so that's definitely a plus with 3 kids.
Great interest rates, great people to work with.
La vida mueve, vive bien.
At Les Schwab, along with great prices, our tires come with the kind of protection most other places just don't give you. Which includes free flat repairs, equal value replacements, pre-trip safety checks, and more for the entire life of the tire. With the other guys, you just never know. So why is free protection on your tires a good thing?
lifetime protection. That's our best tire value promise. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
I'm David Blaine, owner of Central Food. Central Food is a neighborhood restaurant, part of the larger West Central neighborhood. When we started, we met with one place, and there were 6 guys and someone coming in with their jar of coins. When we met with STCU, it was like we already knew them. They understand what it means to take something from the beginning and grow it into a larger business that's serving a larger community. I'm David Blaine, and STCU is here for good.
Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, an all-suite LEED-certified hotel in Coeur d'Alene featuring hot, healthy breakfast, Wi-Fi, pool, and fitness center, plus outdoor fire tables and barbecue. More at 208-667-2212.
Idaho is a place where simple pleasures and modern life come together beautifully. Our strong, self-sufficient work ethic and down-to-earth values help make our dreams real. At Idaho Central, we think your financial partner should reflect the independent, can-do spirit of your Idaho roots. As we celebrate 75 years serving our great state, Idaho Central invites you to rethink the way you bank and join the leading credit union with Idaho in its name.
At NIC, we believe in investing in our future. Today's students are tomorrow's workforce, and North Idaho College's Career and Technical Education program will provide the training that will get you the job. North Idaho College. Start here, go anywhere.
Welcome back to North Idaho College as the Cardinals knock off Treasure Valley, the Checkers, 3-0. And joining us is assistant coach Robin Reese. First time we get to do this, and thanks for joining us. Kind of a shaky start for the Cardinals, but hey, we came back and got 3-0. Your first brush on how we did tonight.
Yeah, we played a little up and down, something we need to get under control as we get into our season. If we can just keep those ups longer, then we'll be better off. Our passing tends to break down at times, so we just need to tighten up on that, and we should be good to go.
Was that what Coach Stanley was doing when she was calling the timeouts to get, because it seemed like, I think it was in the second set, kind of got out of sync just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So when Kayla and Haley Eder are up at the net, we need to have our passing spot on so we can utilize how aggressive and consistent they are up at the net. If our passing breaks down when they're up there, it's not good for us. We tend to get a lot of points in a row when those two are up at the net together. And if we can't have our passing on, we can't utilize them.
Yeah, now before the ball game, we talked a little bit, or before the match actually, we talked a little bit about the fact that Haley Templeton she was injured in pregame announcements last night, and she had a meniscus problem, but she was cleared to play by the medical staff here at NIC. 48 assists. That's why you were concerned whether or not she was going to play.
So Haley, as a freshman, has come in and taken on a huge role. She's our only setter now. And so when your only setter goes down, you panic, and then you take a deep breath, and you just go to work. You figure out what you're going to do. We had Caitlin all set to come in and set for Haley. Got the call about 1:30 that Haley Templeton was going to be able to set for us, which was a huge relief. She just does a really good job of running the team, and they listen to her. She listens to them. She's a great leader on the court. And without her, pulling 48 assists in 3 games is a big number for a setter right now. So she's doing a great job, and thank God that she was able to set for us tonight.
All right, fantastic. So you get a couple of days off, back in action a week from tomorrow against Blue Mountain Community College as this lengthy homestand continues. And
yes.
Best to get the bugs and that kind of thing out of the way before you have to go on the road.
Right. We've been on the road for 4 weeks. We haven't had more than a week at home. So now we can get back in the gym and get back to work on the stuff we really need to. So we're excited to be at home for a while.
All right, another win for the Cardinals, improved to 12-5 on the season. Coach, great job, by the way.
Thank you, Dick.
See, there's nothing to this. All right, appreciate your time. All right, there's assistant coach Robin Reese joining us here tonight as we see the Cardinals with a victory here tonight. And I'll move out of the camera site here. We'll move it and give you a little bit of a look of what's going on. Not a big crowd here tonight at Rollie Williams Court. We certainly hope that more people will come a week from tomorrow night when the Cardinals will host Blue Mountain Community College. So the Cardinals continue with a victory tonight. Back-to-back 3-0 victories last night against Big Bend, tonight, of course, against the Chuckers of Treasure Valley. We'll, of course, be on the air next week from Friday night with our pregame show, and head coach Kelsey Stanley will be on the air at about 11:50. Once again, the Cardinals win it by a final score 3-0. There's your scores once again: 25-12, 25-23, 24-18. From Rollie Williams Court on the campus of North Idaho College, this is Dick Haugen. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you a week from tomorrow night.